Toyota could be about to bring back one of its most legendary names, and if the 2027 FJ Cruiser becomes reality, it could completely change the modern off-road SUV battle. The FJ Cruiser was never designed to be ordinary, and a new generation would have to prove it can carry that rugged legacy into an era dominated by the Land Cruiser, Bronco, and Wrangler. But one question hangs over this comeback. Would Toyota make the new FJ Cruiser a true adventure machine, or turn it into another comfortable crossover wearing an off-road costume? Stay with me, because by the end, we'll reveal the one detail that could decide whether this comeback becomes a hit or a disappointment. The original FJ Cruiser became famous because it looked different from almost everything else on the road. Its upright windshield, short overhangs, chunky proportions, distinctive headlights, and unmistakable retro styling gave it an identity that drivers could recognize instantly. For 2027, that personality would need to return, but with a modern interpretation. Imagine the same boxy attitude, sharper LED lighting, muscular fenders, a higher stance, and a cabin built around durability rather than unnecessary decoration. It could look futuristic without losing the adventurous character that made the FJ name special. And underneath that design, expectations would be even higher. Toyota already has serious off-road engineering experience, so a new FJ Cruiser would need more than aggressive tires and plastic body cladding. Buyers would expect genuine ground clearance, strong approach and departure angles, traction management, and suspension capable of handling rough terrain. Whether Toyota uses a traditional gasoline powertrain, a hybrid system, or another electrified setup, the real test would be simple. Can it climb, crawl, cross, and survive where ordinary SUVs stop? That is where the competition gets interesting. The Ford Bronco has built a reputation around customization and open-air adventure. The Jeep Wrangler owns decades of hardcore off-road credibility. Toyota's own Land Cruiser brings legendary durability and global expedition history. So where would the FJ Cruiser fit? The smartest answer could be right in the middle. Smaller and more playful than a Land Cruiser, refined enough for daily driving, but still tough enough for a real expedition. Inside, the 2027 FJ Cruiser could take a different approach from luxury-focused SUVs. Expect a practical dashboard, durable materials, modern displays, smartphone connectivity, strong visibility, and clever storage. It would be built to get dirty. And this is exactly why the FJ Cruiser name matters. People remember the original because it was bold, unusual, and unapologetically different. If Toyota gets that formula right, the 2027 version could attract longtime fans and younger buyers discovering the name for the first time. If you're enjoying this breakdown, hit like and subscribe, because we're tracking the most exciting upcoming cars and separating real comebacks from hype. Now comes the big question: performance. A modern FJ Cruiser would need enough torque for steep climbs, confident low-speed control, and predictable handling on loose surfaces. A capable four-wheel drive system could become one of its biggest selling points, especially if Toyota adds selectable drive modes and advanced terrain management. But there is another factor buyers will watch closely: fuel efficiency. Modern regulations make a thirsty adventure SUV harder to justify. A hybrid powertrain could deliver strong low-end torque while improving everyday efficiency, potentially giving the FJ Cruiser a unique advantage. It could feel responsive in city traffic while still delivering the strength needed off-road. Pricing, however, could be the make-or-break factor. If Toyota pushes the FJ Cruiser too close to larger, more expensive SUVs, buyers may simply choose a Land Cruiser or another established competitor. But if the company positions it aggressively, the FJ could become one of the most tempting adventure vehicles in its class. That balance between capability, personality, technology, and price is where this comeback will either succeed or fail. And now for the detail I promised. The biggest issue may not be the engine, technology, or design. Could be weight. If Toyota loads the new FJ Cruiser with oversized screens, heavy batteries, luxury equipment, and complicated systems, it could lose the lightweight, simple character that made the original so appealing. The perfect 2027 FJ Cruiser would need modern technology without becoming unnecessarily heavy.